Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Did Kristina really kill Kate's Sonny protecting daughter from horrible memories? General Hospital, GH. Spoilers reveal that Kristina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mancy, may not be as innocent as she thinks she is when it comes to John Jagger Cates. Adam J. Harrington, murder. After all, Kristina got her hands on Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard gun, and went to the Quartermain estate with the intention of taking down John permanently. Although Kristina thinks she backed out of killing Agent Cates, what if she actually went through with it? Kristina's emotions were all over the place that night, so it's possible she just doesn't remember pulling the trigger on John. Of course, fans seemingly watched Sonny shoot John twice, but maybe that wasn't the reality of the situation. If GH writers wanted to offer a twist, they could make it so Kristina imagined Sonny doing the deed as a way to cope with her fatal actions. In other words, viewers might have been witnessing Kristina's warped perspective in that moment. Kristina might have seen Sonny pump 2 bullets in Agent Cates, but what if she was actually the one who fired them? From there, Kristina might have gone into a fugue state and blocked it all out. There may be some memories that resurface for Kristina, but will they be real ones or potentially false ones of Sonny committing the crime? Regardless, Sonny might be protecting Kristina more than he's protecting himself. If that's the case, it would undo Sonny's deadly move and allow Kristina to enter a temporary insanity plea. There may come a point when Kristina eventually realizes she's to blame after all. It could lead to Kristina's dramatic confession, and perhaps a stint in Ferncliff down the road. This storyline could use a curveball to shake things up, so maybe Sonny isn't John's killer after all. Do you think there might be a twist coming that'll point the finger at Kristina and call into question what fans saw by the boathouse that night? General Hospital spoilers say Kristina has some messy story developments ahead of her, so stick with us for predictions on any John shockers and updates on Kristina's legal news. Poor Charles had never seen a storm like this. The aftermath of Agent Cates' sudden death sent shockwaves through town, but the person at the center of the mystery was none other than Sonny Corinthos' daughter, Kristina Davis. What really happened that night? Was Kristina capable of murder, or is there more to this tragic puzzle than meets the eye? The night it happened. It all started with what seemed like a routine night for Kristina. She was at her father's coffee warehouse, handling her responsibilities like a pro, trying to build something for herself outside of Sonny's shadow. But then, Agent Cates arrived. Cates, known for his hard-nosed approach and his determination to take down Sonny, had been circling the Corinthos family for weeks. His relentless pursuit of Sonny's empire made him a ticking time bomb, and Sonny knew it. What no one expected was that Cates' obsession would lead him straight into Kristina's orbit, and ultimately to his death. Witnesses claimed to have heard shouting coming from the back of the warehouse, where Kristina was having a confrontation with Cates. Some said Cates had been threatening her. Others whispered that he had evidence that could destroy the Corinthos family. Either way, when the smoke cleared, Cates was found dead, and Kristina was standing over his body, a look of horror on her face. Sonny's sacrifice. In the days that followed, the questions about what really happened multiplied. Kristina, visibly shaken, insisted she couldn't remember the details of the night. Her mind was clouded, filled with gaps she couldn't explain. Did she really kill Cates, or was she being set up? That's where Sonny came in. As a father, he had only one mission: to protect his daughter, no matter the cost. Sonny quickly got to work, pulling strings, silencing witnesses, and making sure that any evidence pointing to Kristina disappeared. But Sonny wasn't just doing it to protect her from prison. He was doing it to protect her from the truth. The truth was that Kristina had a history with Cates, one that Sonny had tried to bury deep. Months before Kate's death, Sonny discovered that Kate had been investigating Kristina for reasons that had nothing to do with the Corinthos Empire. It seemed Kate had been targeting her specifically, and Sonny wasn't sure if it was professional or personal. Either way, Sonny made sure the investigation disappeared, using his connections to shield his daughter. But what if the trauma of that investigation had come back to haunt Kristina? What if on that fateful night, she snapped and did something she couldn't remember? Kristina's struggle. Kristina's confusion and emotional turmoil only worsened as more details about that night began to surface. She was plagued by nightmares and flashes of memory that didn't make sense. In these dreams, she could hear Kate's voice, see his face, and feel his hands grabbing her. But she couldn't distinguish what was real and what wasn't. Every time she tried to piece it together, the memories would slip through her fingers like sand. She confided in her sister, Sam McCall, who urged her to seek therapy, but Kristina was resistant. She feared that uncovering the truth would lead her down a path she couldn't escape from. What if she really had killed Kate? What if she was just like her father, a killer at heart? At the same time, Sonny's actions were becoming more and more suspicious. He was overly protective, keeping her close, ensuring she wasn't left alone for too long. He even discouraged her from talking to the police, insisting that they would only try to twist her words against her. "Trust me, Kristina," Sonny said during one of their late-night conversations. "We're going to get through this. You didn't do anything wrong." But Kristina wasn't so sure. Alexis gets involved. As Kristina's mother, Alexis Davis, began digging into what happened, she grew increasingly concerned about Sonny's influence over their daughter. Alexis, always the pragmatic attorney, couldn't ignore the red flags. She saw the toll the situation was taking on Kristina and feared that Sonny's efforts to protect her were only causing more harm. Alexis arranged for a private investigator to look into Kate's death, determined to get to the bottom of it, no matter what the cost. She confronted Sonny multiple times, but he was always evasive, shutting her down with the same line. Kristina didn't do it. But Alexis wasn't convinced. She knew that Sonny would go to great lengths to protect his children, even if it meant bending or breaking the law. The more Alexis dug, the more convinced she became that Sonny was hiding something. A piece of the puzzle that Kristina couldn't remember, or perhaps something even darker. The final reveal. In a twist that no one saw coming, a key witness came forward, claiming they had seen another figure lurking around the warehouse the night Kate died. This mysterious person had left just moments before Kristina found the agent's lifeless body. Sonny was quick to dismiss the witness, but Alexis wasn't. She pressed on, leading to the discovery of surveillance footage from a nearby building. The footage revealed a shocking truth. Kate had been in a physical altercation with someone moments before his death. But it wasn't Kristina, it was someone else entirely. As the footage became clearer, Sonny's face turned pale. The person fighting with Kate was none other than Jason Morgan. It was Jason who had fought with Kate, and in the heat of the moment, accidentally caused his death. Jason, ever loyal to Sonny, had kept the truth hidden, willing to take the fall for Kristina if needed. But Sonny had other plans. He had manipulated the situation from the start, allowing Kristina to believe she might be responsible in order to shield her from the trauma of her past with Kate. By letting her memory stay fragmented, Sonny thought he could spare her the pain of knowing the full truth. The aftermath. When Kristina finally learned the truth, that Jason had killed Kate, not her, it was both a relief and a burden. Sonny's attempt to protect her had caused untold emotional damage, leaving her questioning everything she thought she knew about herself and her family. In the end, Kristina vowed to take control of her own life. She left Port Charles for a while, seeking a fresh start, far from the shadows of her father's empire. Meanwhile, Sonny was left to grapple with the consequences of his actions, knowing that in trying to protect his daughter, he had nearly destroyed her. The question that lingers in Port Charles now is, will Kristina ever be able to forgive Sonny for hiding the truth? And will Sonny ever forgive himself?